Anyway, so let's get to it, okay? So today we're going to be talking about, are you staying in the spiritual phase too long? So when I talk about connecting to the spiritual, when we're staying in the spiritual phase, what's the spiritual phase, right? So we have this spiritual awakening, and all of a sudden our eyes are open to so much. Nothing really has changed around us, but all of a sudden our eyes are open and we're seeing things completely different. So if you've had a spiritual awakening and you're watching this video, go ahead and type spiritual awakening in the comments below. Hey, Gina. Okay, because we see things differently. And when we see things differently and we start to connect to that higher self, like that higher self is powerful. It is a very good vibing energy. So we like to stay in that high vibing energy. And we will do meditations every day. We will do energy healings. We will go to yoga. We will do all these different things, sound healings, all these different modalities that we could use in order to feel better. Teresa, thank you, because I saw your comment post up on my computer and I was like, wait a minute, am I in the wrong group? I was in the wrong group. So I did come live on the right time. I just was in the wrong group. Anyway, so we try all of these spiritual things because it makes us feel good, right? That high vibe in makes us feel good. So basically what I'm saying is I talk with a lot of women coming into my mentorship, my From Pain to Power mentorship program. And a lot of them, I said, well, what have you tried to heal yourself? And a lot of them will start rambling off everything spiritual, right? Meditations, yoga, YouTube videos, energy healings, like all of this stuff. And what I say is that, you know, we are spiritual beings living in a human body. And we have to be able to connect the human body with the spiritual being inside of us. And I was saying over in the other group about a robot, right? So if I was me and I was in a robot, right? Or like say, we'll just say a robot, but you can relate it to any kind of machinery or anything, right? Anything like a car, right? If you're going to drive your car, we'll go like this. If you're going to drive your car, you're going to need to know what the brake pads are, right? You're going to need to know where the clutch is. You're going to need to know what a steering wheel is and how to use it, and the lights and the mirrors. There's so many things that you need to know how to use when you step inside your car to drive it. It's the same thing here. Our spiritual being is inside our human body. And if we don't know how to relate to the human body, and when I say the human body, we're going to be talking about 3 different things in our body per se, that affects our healing. And if we're only focused on connecting to our spiritual being, we're missing the human experience as well. We are here to have a human experience as a spiritual being. And the reason to have the human experience is to evolve our spiritual being. That is what I truly believe. We are here to learn lessons. We learn lessons in the human form, right, with our human mind. And it evolves our spiritual being. We learn these lessons. So today I'm going to talk about 3 different things in our human body that we need to also be very aware of in order to help our healing journey. So if you are trying to heal from toxic relationships and healing trauma from the past, like maybe abuse in any type of form, emotional, physical, mental, verbal, sexual, any kind of abuse, and you're only focusing on connecting to a higher source, you're missing the whole human side of things. And I'm going to tell you why this is really important. So write in the comments here if you guys are with me before I keep going, because this is where I stopped over in the other group. Okay, so all right. So number 1 I want to talk about is emotions. So we have to understand our emotions as a human, because we can't just escape reality. And that's basically what a lot of us do. And I really feel as though when we go through very traumatic experiences, a lot of people will say, I don't remember them. And how I feel from a spiritual world, right, is that we actually go to this other realm. We do. We kind of like transport into this other realm. Our physical bodies are here experiencing what is happening, but when we're going through something so horrible that we can't really even process what's happening to us, like sexual abuse, physical abuse, even verbal and emotional abuse, we kind of escape our reality of the human existence and we just go back up into the spiritual realm. Is this resonating? Say resonate if this is resonating with you guys and you understand what I mean by the spiritual realm, where we can kind of connect to our higher self, connect to our intuition, connect to our loved ones, our spirit guides, our angels, right? We connect there. And when we do that, it's like we're not in our physical mind. Okay, so tell me if that resonates with you guys. I hope so. Else this might not make sense. So when we can't remember things, I truly feel as though we go into the spiritual realm, because that's where the higher vibration is. That's where our higher self is, the one that has everything that we already want. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend time there? I know sometimes when I am like, well, kind of back when, but when I was like so depressed or whatever, it's like I just wanted to sleep just so that I can have good dreams rather than dealing with the reality of the situation was. All right, so that's kind of what I'm talking about here. But we have to learn how to be human as well. So we have to learn how to manage our emotions. So our emotions is a very big thing that's in our human body, okay? And like I said, when I say human body, it's all inside of us. It's all in our brain. It's up here. And I'm also going to be talking about the physical body. So emotions, we have to learn how to manage them. We have to be very aware of what our emotions even are. And we also have to be very aware of the triggers that we have. Our emotional triggers is what I call them. Now, this is not a spiritual thing. This is a human thing. So if we're only trying to spend time up here, we're forgetting that these emotional triggers are going to happen. So therefore, if we're not aware of our emotions and aware of our triggers of our emotions and what that even means and how to fix the triggers, right? How to not let the emotional triggers get us all riled up with so much emotion, because they're emotional triggers, we're missing a very big part, and that's part of the human experience. So we can do as much energy healing as we want. We can do as much meditation as we want. But if we are not aware of these emotional triggers and what is being triggered, we're missing a very huge part to your healing journey. And I see this a lot of times when I'm talking to women before they come into the mentorship program, where I say, like, what have you tried to do in order to heal yourself? And they will definitely tell me a lot of the spiritual things. And I'm like, okay, are we about done with all the spiritual work now? Like, can we get to the human work? Right? Because we have to be able to connect our human side to our spiritual side, because we are a spiritual being living in a human body. Okay, so number one is going to be the emotions. We have to be very aware of our emotional triggers, when we're getting triggered, okay, and how to manage them, how to release. Okay, and I'm not saying that we don't want to do anything spiritual, because obviously the energy healing, which is what I do, helps us release the energy behind those emotional triggers. But if we are unaware that we're getting triggered, then we don't know what to work on in order to release. I hope that makes sense. This is like a narcissist, right? If a narcissist doesn't know there's a narcissist, then they don't know that there's a problem and we can't help them. If you are unaware that you're being emotionally triggered, you cannot then identify your triggers and release the energy. So I hope that resonates with you guys. All right, so that's number one. Number two is going to be the body, the physical body. We have to be aware of what's ours and what's not ours. So right now I'm going to talk about energy. Now, energy we'll say is spiritual, but it's not actually spiritual. It's scientifically proven that we are all made up of energy. So when we are going through our day, and all of a sudden we start to feel anxiety, but we have no idea why, we have to be very aware of, is this my energy that I'm feeling, or is this somebody else's energy that I'm feeling? Because I will tell you, I work with a lot of women and men that have other people's energy on them and they don't even know. So last night on my manifest course that I have, I was talking to a woman who took on other people's energy and was like kind of aware of it, but not really aware of it. And then we did a clearing, and then she felt completely better. If you are unaware of your body and your body, it would be your emotions, but also your energy, I'm just gonna say. If you're unaware of your default energy, which is I talk about in all of my courses here, of what is your natural state of energy. And it could vary every single day. It really can, I mean, depending on what's happening. But if you are constantly going, I don't know why I feel this way. I don't know why I can't get better. I don't know why I can't smile. And because there's nothing happening around you that is causing you to be mad or sad or angry or have anxiety, that is because you might be taking on somebody else's energy. Okay, so definitely realize that you have to be very aware of your energy. You found me live. I know, I'm sorry. I went live in the wrong group. So you have to be very aware of your energy. You also have to learn how to read your body. So if it is your energy, you have to learn how to read your body. My kids. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just looking at my notes, making sure I get everything here. So you have to realize that things that happen in your body, such as ailments, diseases, stress, tension, we have to be very, very aware of that. And again, the whole point of this video is if we are so much in our spiritual world and connecting over there because it's fun and it feels good for us, we're missing all of this stuff over here that we are not realizing is a problem and something that we have to heal. So we have to be very aware of the stress, right? The tension in your neck. If you're getting diseases, like for me, I have celiac. That definitely came from a lot of stuff from my past. Anxiety, that comes from things that, anxiety I really do believe is like just because you're out of alignment and it's causing fear within. I like my puppy. I know he's sleeping. He's so small. He looks bigger on TV. We're on TV, like I'm on TV. Yeah, he's cute. He's such a good puppy. I used my intuition to pick him and I picked the right one. Anyway, back to the video. So be very aware of what's happening. So if you're having a lot of stuff happen with your body, it's most likely related to emotions, to stress, to trauma in the past that has not been released. Because I will tell you, as an energy healer, the more you keep your energy in that state of trauma, it's going to affect your body in so many ways. The more you stay out of alignment, right, it's going to affect your body in so many ways. So we have to be very, very aware of your body, okay? So that is number 2. And number 3, obviously, I'm going to pop it in here. This is like the most important, is your subconscious mind. And I want to talk to you, this is where we're going to spend the majority of our time here. But I want to talk to you about this because the subconscious mind is what keeps us stuck. It keeps us stuck. And so the subconscious mind, I'm just going to read this to you, is where your beliefs, your previous experiences, your memories, your skills, and everything that you've seen and done reside. And that is in the human brain, subconscious mind. Now, it was funny, I was working with someone and she was saying this to me, and she's like, you have the conscious mind and you have the subconscious mind. And I always thought the conscious mind is going to be the one that, is like the ego, but it's actually completely opposite. The subconscious mind is your ego. This is where it's edging greatness out. This is where it's telling you you are not enough. This is where it's telling you like you are going to be left, abandonment issues. Your subconscious mind is just a place for every single thing that went wrong in your life to sit. Okay? And the problem that we have with the subconscious mind is that this is our guidance system. Our subconscious mind, our conscious mind does not communicate with the subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind communicates with our conscious mind. Our conscious mind is the one saying, you can do this. You are enough. I relate the conscious mind to our higher self, saying like, listen, girl, you got this. You totally don't deserve this a-hole that's treating you like crap. He's a narcissist. Get out. That's our conscious mind. Hey, you can totally lose 20 pounds. No problem. You deserve that. Conscious mind. Why we can't get there? Subconscious mind. The subconscious mind that has the limiting beliefs because of everything that we've been told, everything that we've seen, everything that we've been through, traumas in the past. These are created limiting beliefs in our subconscious mind, which then try to communicate to the conscious mind. But the subconscious, just like I say with the ego, when I teach the 21 days course, our ego, or any kind of master intuition challenge if you've taken with me, the ego is a holler and our conscious mind, which is our higher self, is a little whisper. Our subconscious mind is going to win every single time. So if we are spending so much time focusing on connecting to the higher self and everything, we think we're good, but we're not good because the subconscious mind is in control. The subconscious mind is in control. So if you're sitting here and you've even been to therapy, great. I'm not saying therapy doesn't work, but you got to have the mix of the subconscious and the conscious together. So what does that look like? So when I work with women, it is about connecting what we think and know, conscious, to what we feel and the limiting beliefs, which is the subconscious. Okay, we have to work both of them together, else we're not going to get to where you want to be. Does that make sense? Say make sense in the comments if that makes sense. Let me check out these comments for a minute. Yeah, I gotta go with the flow, you know, I get so distracted. Zhang says, I watched one of your videos. Awesome. Haven't reached that level yet, but been seeing angel numbers everywhere. Awesome, I like that every day. Cool. I only became aware of my betrayal trauma when I was triggered after a painful betrayal. Oh, I'm sorry. And Claudia, oh my God, I just found you live, not getting notified. And Claudia, totally needed this chat. I woke up with these questions. Yay, divine timing. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Awesome. So, our subconscious mind directs our conscious mind, and that's exactly where a lot of us miss the boat. We think that we can do energy healing and it's going to fix everything, but that's not the way it works. Okay. Well, there you go. I just said everything I had in my notes. So let's talk about that, and let's talk about what it looks like. So when I work with women, and I'm gonna give you something at the end of this, if you choose to learn more about working with me, okay? So if you are, write me in the comments if you are doing this, where you're doing a lot of the spiritual work, but you're not really working on subconscious limiting beliefs, past trauma, releasing the energy around the trauma, but more about the subconscious, the mind, the body, instead of just all spiritual stuff. Just write me in the comments if that is what you've been working with. Because I do have, so right now, so that's what I have to tell you. So you have to connect both. You have to, this is why a lot of women will say to me, I know I deserve better. I know, like the guy that I'm with, I know I deserve better, but I just can't leave. I can't leave. Well, you can't leave because of everything in your past is holding you back in your subconscious mind. And that subconscious mind is ruling the show. So if we don't work on the subconscious mind, you're going to stay stuck where you are. You will feel a little bit better. You will. Energy healing obviously is amazing. I love it, obviously. And meditation, all of that good stuff. I'm not saying anything about that. That is part of the mix. It is all part of the mix. But you got to put them together, because you can do all of that stuff and connect more to your spiritual being, but your subconscious mind is still ruling it. It's still controlling your conscious mind, right? This is why you don't want to drink alcohol. You say in the morning, I don't want to drink alcohol, but then by the end of the day you are, because your subconscious mind is ruling your actions, not your conscious. If it was the other way around, we'd all be happy. It would be a much better world if it was the other way around, but it's not. So you've got to connect the two. So I'm going to go in right now with you guys if you choose to stay. If not, that's kind of the message I have for you, kind of an epiphany of saying, wow, this is what I've been missing. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I have to work with me on a deeper level, and then I'm going to give you a link to find out all about it. Okay? So if you choose to stick around, I would love to have you here. Let me check out these comments first. Okay, let me scroll down here. What is happening? Oh, thank you. My eyes, thank you. All right, say Molly, me, though in therapy, it's easy for me to get home and start avoiding again. Yes, exactly, because we're not really in therapy. Okay, I went to therapy for 2 years, so I'm not saying it's not working. It gives you tools, it helps you, you get to release some of the stress and some of what you're dealing with. You have someone to talk to, so therapy is always a good thing, right? But if you're not working with changing and shifting those subconscious thoughts, which is usually not done just by talking. Let's just get real, right? Changing subconscious thoughts are not done by just talking. It is done by doing other things, such as energy healing, such as hypnotherapy, shifting energy, like stuff like that, right? So that's probably why that's happening, Molly. Shonette, I was doing all the affirmations and listening to all the motivational messages, and it was no benefit until I started getting Reiki. Absolutely. Yes. Claudia, trying to do both, but I'm getting frustrated. June, July energies have been hard on the Scorpio. I feel stuck, yes, but I feel better, but it keeps arising with other people, the issues I have. Yeah. Feel better, but it keeps arising with the people. Those are those emotional triggers coming up probably. I've been talking to a therapist for a long time, and we pinpointed a lot of my issues, but I needed the energy release to go with it, which is D is now providing. Yay, you're my Reiki vault. I'm loving the Reiki, making a difference. Good, Crystal. Yes, me too. Yes, hypnotherapy worked for my ex's PTSD. Yeah, hypnotherapy is cool too. Okay, so if you are still here, yay. Molly, I have difficulty disciplining myself to use the tools I get in therapy. This is where energy work comes in. Yes. So let me talk about energy work, right? So energy, because it's funny because I actually work with a hypnotherapist, and I was like, wow, I do exactly what you do for me for other people, because the power of energy healing is when you identify the root of the issue, which is the subconscious beliefs that you have, you can then use energy healing to release it. And this is what I take you through in my From Pain to Power mentorship. Claudia says, working with Dee and her Reiki and understanding the energy of the universe gets me frustrated at times. Why does it get, oh wait. What do you mean it gets you frustrated, babe? Tell me about that. Or is it the therapy that's getting you frustrated? So energy healing will help you release the energy and the subconscious beliefs, because think about it this way. If you went through a traumatic experience and it created a belief for you, if you use the power of energy healing to go back and change the energy around that experience, you then actually change the limiting belief that you have, because you don't feel that way anymore. You don't think that way anymore. So for example, my dad left me, right? So when my dad left, I created all these limiting beliefs that I can do it without a man. I don't need a man in my life. Like, he hates me. I'm not good enough. He didn't stay. Like, all these limiting beliefs were created for me. However, when I went through the healing and I went through the energy healing around it, I realized that none of that was really about me. So it actually changes, and it released the energy around that specific time. And everything in my mind shifts, because it was like, wow, that was never about me. And your limiting belief actually changes. So that is what I'm talking about there. It's been tough. Oh wait, no, that's Claudia. Oh, sorry guys, you see my outside. Yes, I found other people are reflecting the issues I have before I never noticed. So I now I'm finding myself more alone. Aw, that's because you're vibrating higher, Claudia, right? You're gonna start to see your issues in other people. And that's for self-awareness. That's the emotional part. That's your emotions. That's the human side, right? You're going to see that. They're going to be triggering you. And that's okay, because now it's like the universe telling you, like, hey, this is something you need to work on. Claudia says, it's been tough lately for Scorpios, I noticed. I think surrendering is hard. Yeah, I have another Scorpio that's been hard. That's great mirroring, which will help you in the long run. Exactly, Claudia. I have two Claudias in here, so I'm going back and forth. But back and forth between you two. Anyway. So if you guys are interested in really connecting your mind to your body, right? No, I'm sorry. Your mind to your energy. This is where I can help you do that. So if you have been suffering from toxic relationships, if you have PTSD, if you have anxiety, if you have been through severe trauma in your past, or even just a little bit of trauma, if you feel as though you're trying so hard to move forward and feel something again, stop feeling the numbness. Stop feeling like you don't matter. Stop letting people walk all over you. This is where I can help you. So if you are interested in working with me in my From Pain to Power mentorship, it's an 8-week program where I bring you through the awareness process. I bring you through identifying those limiting beliefs, the root of the issue. I always talk about root of the issue. If you don't get to the root of the issue, the weeds keep growing, right? Just like a weed, it keeps growing. You gotta take it all out. You gotta get to the root and you gotta rip it all out. So identifying the root of the issue and then reprogramming those limiting beliefs. releasing the energy around those situations and the beliefs that you have, and then also creating boundaries. So the best thing about this program is that I give you the foundation for the rest of your life. It's not just 8 weeks and then it's like, okay, what now? It is, you have something to use for the rest of your life, because I'm giving you the tools in order to be able to, anytime something comes up, because we are human, things are always going to come up for us. So therefore, we need to identify it, we need to be aware of it, we need to identify it, we need to release it, and we need to create a boundary around it. And that is what this mentorship is all about. So if you guys are interested in learning more about that, go ahead and just comment me below, and I will reach out to you with the link to learn a lot more, everything you need to know about this, including the price. But if you're interested, just write me below and I will reach out to you. Let me see. Claudia says, frustrated in understanding the energy of the universe. You're the one helping me. It's hard to balance spirituality and the world energy. My head is hurting. That's where I'm stuck. Weird. Yeah, well, you know, these times right now, Claudia, are so crazy. So the energy of the world is just crazy. So the only thing I would say is you're in my Reiki vault. So go ahead and make sure you do that energy protection. I forget what it's actually called. It's like the energy protection and clearing, all of that stuff. Watch that video again and again, because you might just be leaving yourself too open to the energy around you, okay? Let's see, Shawnette says, it's awesome, ladies. You'll definitely want to get in if you can. Yes. She's making significant progress through the mentorship. Claudia, working with Dee has really helped me more quickly than years of therapy. I always believe that a mind and body approach works best. I would totally recommend her course. Thank you, Claudia. I know you're only on like week two, I think. Nathalie, me, yes, me. Awesome, ladies, awesome. Okay, I will reach out with you, reach out to you guys with the link, and anybody watching the replay, as you comment me, I will definitely reach out so that you can learn about this program. It is so needed in this world. My mission is for women to not feel powerless, to feel something again. I remember when I was so numb that I just really didn't even want to be here anymore, right? I really didn't even want to be here. So I really would never want that for you. I also want you to be able to open yourself up to love, to find those loving relationships, and know that you are worth way more than what you have settled for in the past. So if that is you and you feel and you resonate with me, let's do this together, okay? Oh, Gina, you have to watch the replay. Yeah, watch the replay, definitely. You will resonate with this as well. All right, ladies, go have a wonderful day. I am live every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I will definitely see you next week. Much love to all of you, and have a wonderful week. Bye.